Alright. What the hell is that? Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is the third video, I believe, on my journey to TGR. As you can see, we're doing daily race. One of the daily races from last week. Sorry for the late upload. I just started poly, so yeah, school life is... I assume it's going to be a little bit more busy, going to be a little bit harder to keep the upload schedule going. I am also planning to do quite a number of, quite a few different video series as well, not just GT7. Hopefully some variety videos here and there. Hopefully you guys will enjoy that. As you can see, we're starting in fourth here, trying to make up some places. These races didn't go particularly well for me. Our qualifying time, well, at least our time trial, not qualifying. Our time trial time was around top 400, so these drivers are all really fast here. I believe this second and third, number 2 and number 3 Australian drivers had some beef with each other, which you could see in the chat messages when they first loaded in. So I was afraid of going too close to them, although not really an option as I couldn't really catch them anyway. They're at really strong pace. The Audis, I did try to use them. They were the second fastest car here, I believe, but they are so dangerous through the first section here on Deep Forest. It is so easy to just go over the bumps a little bit wrong and spin out. The Ford GT, on the other hand, also being the fastest car, is a lot more stable through these corners. I can take it with tons of confidence, and yeah, the car doesn't get thrown off balance no matter what. I honestly have no idea how people drive that Audi. And then I go wide a little bit there, I get bumped a bit by the Japanese, and I'm down to 5th place. And then I get a bit of oversteer, and I'm down to 6th place, getting overtaken by the weird Peugeot VGT looking thing. Very out of place looking, that thing. Very fast in a straight line, as you can see. I think we get an equal exit here, but you can see he just pulls away on the straight, even with the slipstream that I'm getting. Luckily he does get a penalty, so I'm able to pass him here. Oh my god! Oh. Well, the line here is pretty interesting. You really have to cut quite a bit of the track and utilize that rotation that you get from upsetting the balance of the car. The Ford GT here has quite a lot of torque, and with its rear engine bias or mid engine bias, it does like to oversteer quite a bit, so you really have to be quite gentle on the throttle. Another thing I recently just found out is that the Gran Turismo throttle pedal is not linear, so when you press, like, let's say 50% on your throttle pedal, you're only pressing about 20 to 25% in game. I find that absolutely ridiculous. I have no idea why they would even begin to think that that was a good idea. I almost hit the back of the Audi there, and that was pretty dangerous. The braking point for there seems to be just before the curb, but I guess because of the slipstream, you kind of have to readjust and hope that you get the braking point correct. It's quite hard to tell, to be honest. I think GT7 is the game where you need to have the most precise braking. It feels like if you don't get the braking point just right, you will end up flying all the way off the track like that. As opposed to if you brake a little bit too early, you can't just sort of lift off the brakes. You just seem to get the whole corner wrong at that point. So yeah, you have to be really precise on the brakes in this game.
I am so sorry.
And then I hit the Peugeot there. I think he has to slow down quite a bit more. His cornering speed is quite a bit slower than mine. And then yeah, we get passed as a result. I didn't want to pass him to give back the position as a... because I bumped him off, so it's only right. Now I gotta get past the Audi on my outside there. Passing pretty comfortably now. I can stay inside the Peugeot slipstream as he is faster than me, so I'm allowed. I'm able to just stay behind him the entire time and get this nice slipstream. Really, here I just want to be working with him for the last 2 laps, and hopefully we can make up some positions. I don't think that's going to happen though. Everyone has pretty decent pace, and I was really struggling to get it right in this car. Okay. That's the first time I think I've gotten that corner right in this race. Even in the qualifying, in the time trial, I don't think I get that corner quite right. I seem to struggle with it quite a bit. I can't get on the throttle like the number 1 can. Although the first corner I do pretty well. I think I am on par with the fastest lap of the time at least. I was, if you have the ghost on, I was like right behind him. Oh, well, alongside him, you know what I mean. Come on, again. Come on. Oh, the dive bomb of the century. Yeah, pretty elite dive bomb there from me. And the Peugeot dies, unfortunately. He's gone. Yeah, I believe that Audi just absolutely murdered him for the hell of it. And yeah, pretty clear cut that was intentional. And we come across the line to keep 4th place with the Porsche just on our tail. I think if the straight was just a little bit longer, he may have been able to catch us with that slipstream. But yeah, we keep 4th position. And yeah, pretty good result. We did manage to get past quite a few people after falling back quite a number of places. And we'll move on to the second race now, where hopefully we do better. So second race here, we're starting in 5th this time. I don't think we managed to improve on our time at all. And you can see this white Audi in front, a Brew, same guy that was in front of us in the previous race. And then Fonfart in the Peugeot again managed to move up to 3rd place, so he did improve in his qualifying time. Absolutely rapid. I don't know how he did that. We get off to a pretty decent start. The Ford GT does like you to short shift just a little bit, or shift just as you hit the red line, as it is turbo, so it gets like max torque from the turbo at low RPMs. It's not the strongest in the straight. I think the Audis are on par, and then obviously that Peugeot is much faster. But I think it is still a decent bit over the Porsche, if I'm not wrong. You can see we're all bunched up right now, looking to just keep it clean for the first few laps, hopefully not to get into any accidents. Just trying to stay behind these guys. They are faster than me, so overtaking them is going to be quite a long shot. And Fonfart does oversteer there, and I end up hitting him. To be fair though, I don't think that was my fault. But I still get a 4-second penalty for that, which I think is not justified. Gran Turismo probably does have a penalty problem, as I'm sure you know. Yeah, that was just a bit ridiculous. I mean, he oversteered into me. I couldn't really have any... I didn't have any time to react. Still slowing down. And if you're wondering why I don't win the races that you see, like if you watch Super GT or you watch Rory, it's because I don't... They do tens of races, maybe a week. So each daily race they get to sample and choose the best ones from them. Whereas all the races that you see me doing are all the races that I do for the week, because I have to spend the rest of the time practicing for other events. GT7 isn't my main game at the moment. I do ACC. I'm thinking of making a video about the last race, so we'll see. There's a last race of the ERGP, E-Racing GP Endurance Edition. I'm hoping to maybe make a video about that. I think it's quite interesting championship that's going on. Lots of cool strategies that are in place and whatnot. As you can see, my penalty sent me all the way to the back of the field. This is quite a tight pack here. Everyone's pretty good in terms of pace. I think the Vipers that you're seeing now are the fastest in the straight line. Even faster than the Peugeots. As you can see, this Viper just absolutely flying on the straights. Oh, John not too happy about the Viper there, and shows his disdain. Hopefully he's not going to get me though. I think the Alpha had to serve a penalty, so he has to slow down. And the Viper is absolutely not too happy about him. Elite punt there. Didn't take anyone else out in the process. That was properly well done there.
Hey.
And we move up to 13. Alpha didn't really want to give me room there, which is fair enough. I wasn't actually technically entitled to any, but you know, it's up to you whether or not you want to give the space. I think I break a little late here. I'm gonna overshoot quite a bit. I keep doing that, eh? Probably stop doing that. Now we're gonna let them fight a little bit. We're not gonna try to get too involved. And the Alpha sprint, of course, on power. I think that was it for him. I think he may have left. This corner is pretty peculiar in terms of when you're supposed to put on the power and whatnot. So tried to figure it out. Couldn't really get it. Still managed to do a pretty decent time in time trial, but not super happy with it. You see the Viper and the Audi just wheel to wheel up ahead. Viper got the straight line speed. Is he gonna go for the dive bomb? I guess he is. Late braking battle there, and the Viper does do a pretty clean pass. I think now the Audi has a slightly better chance here. He's better in the corners. And I end up hitting the Audi a little bit there. Our lines are just a little bit different, and it gives him the boost to actually get past the Viper, funnily enough. Yeah, and then they knock a little bit and both oversteer, and the Viper's in the wall. Oh, that's a rest in peace right there. Yeah, he just touched the grass on the inside, and that just caused him to lose grip and turn all the way into the grass. Smile Suzuka over here in the Z4, really fast. He was in last place when I took my penalty, and now he's up to 10th with me. So pretty good performance from him. He must be equally as fast and good at avoiding danger. I tried to go for the dive bomb on the Audi, but I hit the sausage curbs, which ruined my exit there. I thought I could park on the apex, but the sausage curbs just sent me out wide there, and I lose the position to both Smile Suzuka and the Audi. It blocks me a little bit there. The Z4 is really fast on the straight, as you can see. But I get the slipstream. Smile Suzuka decides to give it to the Audi instead though. Oh, but he turns in front of me. Not a very good idea, moving under braking. Like, I don't think that was my fault as well. I think that was a bit of an odd move from him. I couldn't have expected that. I was going to make the corner anyway. But now we're up to 8th place. We managed to get past both of them. I think he wanted to go defensive, and he realized that a bit too late, so he just turned in there. But yeah, you can't do that. Not a bad result, considering we started in last, but not amazing considering that 90% of our overtakes work from this DC. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Yeah, it's only 2 races unfortunately, but yeah, if you enjoy this, I'm just trying to get more videos out onto my channel, if I'm honest. I'll keep trying to upload weekly. Hopefully I'll do some more variety content rather than just GT7 daily races, and see you guys next time. Peace.